if you could share your views on segregation.
Yes, direct experience in this space was that when I joined Uniting WA 6 years ago to lead the transition of our mental health and disability supports, we had about 600 people with disability that we supported predominantly through HAC-funded programs that were segregated. They were the traditional kind of day center options for people where people seemed to be enjoying themselves. I'm sure many of them were enjoying themselves, but there was very little choice and control for any of those individuals. And it was really more about the families, in my opinion, about what they felt was safe for their adult son or daughter to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Our approach over the next 2 years was to really dismantle that. And in terms of moving people into the NDIS and individualized packages. And we lost a lot of families during that process and participants, but we also had families and participants who realized there was a whole different world available to them that they hadn't seen through the fact that they now had individualized packages. They could go out and do things either by themselves or with other people that they had made friends with over the years. So it was a very remarkable turnaround for some of those families, and I think really opened their eyes to what is possible.
Thank you.
So I would say on reflecting on that the issue of education and shared living in particular seems to have been quite contentious even within the commissioners. And I heard one of the commissioners speak a few weeks ago in Sydney about that and said that there was division amongst the commissioners about what recommendations to make around education and living arrangements in particular. And I think that just points to what Peter said earlier, which is that everybody's different and every family will have a certain perspective, and every participant, when they get to the point where they understand about their ability to make choice and make choices for themselves, will have a different view on that. And some people that have lived together for many years in shared living arrangements may still want to live together, and other people may look at it as a great opportunity not to. What will be the critical here will be what comes out of the NDIS, because we know here in Western Australia, we had individualized living options long before the rest of the country had it. It's a model that has translated into the NDIS from the work that was done here in WA for many years to give people that option to live independently. But the NDIS isn't really coming to the party already with that in terms of funding. And so that's still very limited, those opportunities. And there's lots of stories in the media about people who have been presented with the opportunity, for instance, to have SDA and move into their own home, and then their packages have been cut. So until we really see what's coming out of the NDIS review and what the future trajectory of the NDIS is in terms of the funding for these options, either in education or living, I think it's a wait and see to some extent around how that's going to look, because I think that is going to be a very big point of tension between the DRC report and the NDIS review.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Michael.